Welcome to the Wolves Den and another action figure review. Today we are taking a look at the very first Figma figure that I've ever purchased, and that is Tracer from the Overwatch video game. And since I've never had a Figma figure before, I'm not 100% sure what to expect. So let's bust this figure out of the packaging and take a closer look at her.
All eyes on me.
As normal, I will start with her articulation, and she does have a lot of it. Her head does move up and down, and then rotate all the way around, tilt side to side. Her shoulders move up, it just move everywhere. I mean, it's just... The only odd thing is that since it's like this connected double ball joint here, it can look kind of odd if you don't place it just right. It looks like her shoulder's disconnected from her body there, so that's in order so she can get certain poses. And so it looks good when she's posed, but you know, under other circumstances it looks kind of weird. So, and then she does have a nice elbow joint. Her hands can go just about any direction you want them to. She does tilt side to side and back and forward, and she can turn side to side. Her legs have a nice wide range of motion. They can turn, so you can get pretty much any pose you want out of the legs. These straps really don't get in the way, but the only problem with them is they kind of scrunch into there, so that's kind of annoying sometimes. Nice knees there, nice knee joint. Feet, like the hands, can go just about any direction you want them to. And she's even got a little toe articulation there. So, very wide range of movement on this figure. The joints can look a bit odd, like especially the shoulder there, and this little bump there where the pit of her elbow should be. You know, so instead there's a bump there, so that looks a little odd. Otherwise, her articulation flows pretty well, looks really good, and it's very nice articulation.
Wait for me!
Tracer is about 5.5 inches tall, right to the tip of her hair. And they did a really nice job in capturing the wild look of her hair. It flows really well. Nice texture to it. Face sculpt is really nice. A little anime-ish. But I think that's the nature of Figma figures. They always have the slightly anime look. Like her goggles here with the orange translucent plastic. Her bomber jacket is really nice. Got the English flag there, and not sure what that emblem is there exactly. Nice texture on the folded up sleeve here. And that is a separate piece. So if you were to pull the arm off, that would come off. Nice look for the gauntlets. Gloves are nice looking. Her chrono accelerator suit that's like strapped to her here. Really nice job on the details of that. Everything looks accurate to the character. Everything looks really nice. Excellent job. Just great paint apps. Nothing's messed up, no missed spots or splatters anywhere like you might see on American action figures. Took a lot of time and care into painting this figure. So it really looks good throughout.
Thanks, love. Whee!
Tracer comes with numerous parts and accessories. First one being the figure stand.
This is no time for standing around.
See the Figma logo there, Blizzard underneath. And the hole there for the arm. And that pegs right into there. And now you can use this to help pose her. Just to stand up, she's fine. You can get some good poses just standing there, but if you have some dynamic poses where she's running or jumping, you know, you'll definitely need this. And it just pegs right back in there. And it's a good, nice fit. And there's even an extra piece. So if you need to get her at an angle or something, you can use this piece, or just whatever you might need it for. Just to help pose her, you have this extra little piece to the arm you can add on. Next we have her little bomb.
Bombs away.
The bomb she throws as her ultimate ability, which I can never seem to hit with. Then we have her pair of guns. Again, great detail and paintwork on these things. And they do fit really nice and snug in her hand. Almost a little too snug. I actually had a hard time getting them out of her hands once I got them in there. But she holds onto them really well. It's a nice tight grip. They're really not going anywhere. Next we do have some extra hands, so we get this cool little thing that it comes with, all these different pairs of hands that you can attach. So, you know, just pull that off of there. And her hands do pop off rather easily. In fact, a little too easily sometimes, and just manipulating her, sometimes the hand will just pop off. I mean, it slides right back on, but it's just kind of irritating. So there's another hand that you can give her. Oops,
I need
see?
healing.
Pops right off. There, I think I got it on a little better that time. And aside from her hands, the other thing that you can change are her face, oddly enough. So she's got two extra faces. Got this kind of angry face, and then a happy face. And to change the face, you need to pull off the front of the hair first, like so.
Well, that just happened.
And you can pull the face off. And then you grab a different one. Plug it in. Now I've got the serious face tracer.
What you looking at?
Alright, that is it for her accessories. Now for my final thoughts.
Let's get to it already.
This being my first Figma figure, I came in with pretty high expectations because I had always seen and heard great things about Japanese-made figures and how amazing their articulation was and how great the sculpts were. And I will say that the sculpt on this figure is fantastic. They did an amazing job. The paint apps are spot on. The sculpt looks great. There's a couple places where the articulation kind of gets in the way of the sculpting, makes it look a little odd, but it's not that bad. It's really not that off-putting. The sculpting is just fantastic. Her articulation is fantastic too, but it is not so far beyond, say, a Marvel Legends figure or a Star Wars Black Series figure that, you know, you're just blown away by it. No, it's definitely better. It's just not that far beyond it. So while I am very impressed with this figure, very happy with the articulation of this figure, it's maybe not to the extreme that I thought it would be. So with that, I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope to see you soon again for some more action figure reviews. Until then, thanks for watching.
Let's try that again.